right, thanks, guys. Vitaly Vasilevsky takes on Viktor Ivanov, 2:30 Eastern start time. Vic has lost 3 out of his last 4 matches, with one of those losses coming at the hands of Vitaly Vasilevsky. And speaking of Vitaly, he's currently on a 3-match winning streak, while also going 5-1 straight up in his last 6. I'm going to go ahead and lean toward Vitaly in this matchup here. Give me Vitaly Vasilevsky winning that one outright for some money line cash. And before we go ahead and move on, just want to take a quick timeout and welcome you to the show. Got some lines and personal leans out for Sunday's Russian table tennis action. Happy Sunday to you. Hopefully you're having a great weekend thus far. Now, before we go ahead and move on, just got to quickly remind you to check me out on my website at patreon.com/BrockPage, where we do daily premium sports picks on that website, beginning at just $1.99 through the end of the month. We also have a bunch of different memberships, tiers, and packages that you can subscribe to. We are currently 2-0 in our last 2 Better Friends tier package plays. And of course, the Better Friends tier package, that's a membership that I offer on that website. And it's just $6.99 through the end of the month. We'll bill you the day that you sign up, and then the first of every month following that. We're also 2-0 in our last 2 daily best play tier package plays as well. We currently have over 600 active members subscribed to that website right now. Now, you might be wondering, why would I sign up for a Patreon package when I'm getting all the picks here on YouTube for free? And that's certainly a great thought, a great concern. But the problem with me handicapping every single game on the board is, if you were to bet every single game on the board with your hard-earned money day in and day out, it's certainly not a winning formula for success. And as a matter of fact, it's a losing formula. The books are way too smart, they're way too sharp, and the math becomes aggressively more against you the more games you play like that. So what I do on Patreon is I break it down and focus in on 3 to 4 premium selections per day. I make life a lot easier for you. We focus on higher percentage picks, games that I personally have action on, and I'll tell you this much, my current Patreon record is a whole lot better than it is here on YouTube, handicapping every single game on the board, side and total. So if you want to check out my current Patreon record, you can do that right now for free. All you have to do is click the link in the description section below. It's right on the homepage. And once again, that is patreon.com/BrockPage. And of course, guys, without any further ado, let's go ahead and dive back into some more free lines and personal leans in our Russian Liga Pro table tennis action right here on YouTube. All starts Eastern Standard Time. And on deck, we've got ourselves a very good matchup. I'm talking about Stan Bykov taking on Yevgeny Ilyukin, 2:30 start time. Now, Ilyukin's been victorious in 3 out of his last 4. Meanwhile, Bykov's dropped 5 out of his last 8 himself. Not really going to dive into this one much more than that. I like Ilyukin in this spot here. I'm going to lean Yevgeny Ilyukin getting the job done for some moneyline cash. Next matchup, it is going to be Andrei Sadkov taking on Ilya Novikov, 4 o'clock Eastern start time. Novikov has won 2 out of his last 4 matches, with a marquee victory over Andrei Sadkov during that stretch. Andrei, on the other side, really struggling as of late, dropping his last 7 straight matches, including being shut out in his last 2 straight. This is a pure fade of Andrei Sadkov in this spot here. Give me Ilya Novikov winning this one outright. Next contest, it is going to be Alex Petrov versus Dmitrievich Volkov in a 4 o'clock Eastern start time. Volkov's won 2 out of his last 4, with marquee wins over the likes of Kolesnikov and Alex Petrov within his last 8. And speaking of Petrov, he's really playing some bad ping-pong lately, dropping his last 4 straight and going just 1-6 in his last 7. This is another pure fade of Alex in this spot here. Give me Dmitrievich Volkov in a close one. Next contest, it is going to be Vitaly Vasilevsky taking on Arti Arudinin, 4:30 Eastern start time. Arudinin's dropped 2 out of his last 3 and 6 out of his last 8. Vasilevsky, on the other side, has garnered himself some marquee victories over the likes of Alex Yanishev, Viktor Ivanov, and of course, Arti Arudinin in his current 3-game winning streak. I like Vitali in this spot here. Pretty good spot for Vitali backers. Give me Vitali Vasilevskiy getting the job done for some money line cash. All right, next battle. It is going to be Roman Pavlenko taking on Alexei Ermolov, 4:30 Eastern start time. This should be a really good matchup. Could go either way. This is in my opinion, the best matchup on the card. That said, Pavlenko is playing at an extremely high level right now, currently in the middle of a 6-match winning streak with solid victories over Novikov, Sadkov, and Kutuzov during that spread of contests. Once again, this should be a very competitive matchup. I'm looking forward to following this one. But I'm going to go ahead and give the slight edge to Roman Pavlenko winning this contest straight up. Next matchup, Igor Smirnov versus Alex Gribkov, and that's going to be a 4:30 Eastern start. Gribkov has lost his last 2 straight and also dropped 6 out of his last 8 matches as well. Smirnov on the other side has won 2 out of his last 3 himself, while also posting marquee victories over the likes of Petrov, Volkov, and Alex Gribkov within his last 8. I'm going to lean toward Igor in this matchup here. Give me Igor Smirnov winning this one outright. Next battle, it is going to be Ilya Novikov taking on Roman Pavlenko. 5 o'clock Eastern start. Pavlenko, like I said earlier, he's won his last 6 straight with victories over the likes of Sadkov, Kutuzov, and Novikov. And as a matter of fact, speaking of Ilya Novikov on the other side, he's lost his last 2 straight head-to-head matchups with Roman Pavlenko. That's a pretty common trend there. I got to give the slight edge to Roman in this spot here. Give me Roman Pavlenko winning this one straight up. Next matchup, Alex Petrov versus Igor Smirnov, 5 o'clock start time. Smirnov's 4-2 in his last 6, with victories over Volkov, Gribkov, and Alex Petrov during that stretch. Meanwhile, Petrov on the other side, currently in the middle of a 4-match skid, where he's also just 1-6 straight up in his last 7. Not real good there. Gotta fade Petrov in this spot here. Give me Igor Smirnov getting the job done. Next battle, Alexei Ermolov taking on Andrei Sadkov, 5:30 start time. Now Sadkov has been pretty sad, as his surname suggests, losing his last 7 straight matches. Meanwhile, Alexei Ermolov playing some pretty good table tennis on the other side as of late during his current 3-match win streak. He's also won 5 out of his last 7 matches, with victories over Kutuzov, Pavlenko, and Novikov. I'm going to lean Ermolov in this matchup here. Give me Alexei Ermolov in dominating fashion. All right, next contest I have for you. It is going to be Alex Gribkov, Dmitry Volkov, 5:30 start. Volkov's won 2 out of his last 4. Gribkov's currently on a 2-game skid, while also dropping 6 out of his last 8. I'm going to fade Gribkov in this spot here. Give me the D-man, Dmitry Volkov, winning that one in a close one. All right, next matchup I have for you. It is going to be Andrei Sadkov, once again, on the card here, squaring off against Roman Pavlenko. 6 o'clock start time. Pavlenko's on a 6-game win streak. Sadkov lost his last 7 straight. This should be a massacre. Give me Roman Pavlenko. Next contest, Alex Volkov, Igor Smirnov, 6 o'clock Eastern start. Smirnov has won 4 out of his last 6. Volkov's won just 2 out of his last 6 matches himself. He's also lost to Smirnov 3-1 and 3-0 in the last 2 times these guys squared off. I'm going to fade Volkov in this spot here. Give me Igor Smirnov winning that one outright. Next battle, Ilya Novikov. Let's try that again. Ilya Novikov squaring off against Alexei Ermolov, 6:30 Eastern start time. Ermolov's won 4 out of his last 5, while Novikov has won just 2 out of his last 7, losing 3-1 and 3-0 versus Ermolov during that stretch. Looks like Alexei has had the upper hand as of late. I'm going to go ahead and lean Alexei Ermolov, winning that one straight up. All right, next and final matchup for the show. It is going to be Petrov taking on Gribkov, 6:30 Eastern start time. Gribkov's dropped 6 out of his last 8. Meanwhile, Petrov is currently on a 4-game losing streak. Looks like we have ourselves a battle of the schlubs. Should be a pretty bad matchup here. Actually, it might be competitive. Who knows? But give me Gribkov winning this one outright for some money line cash. All right, let's go ahead and dive into some shout outs. Once again, brought to you by patreon.com/BrockPage, where once again we are currently 2-0 in our last 2 Better Friends tier package plays on that website. Shout out goes to Going Crazy, Kevin Taylor, Calico Jones, Stephen Lewis, Grant the Comedian Mahaffey, sounds like a funny guy. Shout out to Ivan Gonzalez, Ray Nardella, Blaine Lyons, Browns 2220, Chris Morrow, Christian Costa, and last but certainly not least, gotta give a shout out to Lyrical Travesty. Alright guys, that's going to do it for me. Once again, don't forget to check me out on Patreon. But most importantly, guys, I gotta thank you for joining me right here on YouTube. I really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. Happy Sunday to you. Best of luck to you. And I look forward to seeing you later on today on my website at patreon.com/BrockPage.